Hey, this is Charlie Scene from Hollywood Undead, and you're on Scene for Dummies.
You guys have started opening with Whatever It Takes. Every member, the way you start the set off now, gets like a pop. So like the drummer comes out, everyone's like, fuck yeah. Right. You come out, everyone's like, fuck yeah. Was that like an idea you'd been toying around with for a while and you're just waiting for the right song to be able to do that? Because it's kind of unique. Not every band can take the stage like one member at a time and get their own personal audience reactions.
Totally, it's because we played Undead as our opening song forever. So we're like, fuck, we need another song. We tried one, I forget what it was, to open up the set.
You did Usual Suspects for the last record cycle.
Right. Usual Suspects. Fucking know it all, dude. Fuck yeah, see? Did you know that?
No.
Jesus, it took like 4 hours. Anyways, we opened for Undead and we were bored, then Usual Suspects, and then we're like, okay, let's switch it up we went back to Undead after that. Like, let's do Whatever It Takes. The cool thing about that is everyone's on the song and they should come out one at a time. It's kind of cool. People like get stoked when they see me come out. Then Dylan comes out, not as stoked, and then Jarrell and Danny, and it's cool, dude. It's fucking bitch. You got to see it, dude.
Yeah. You guys have decided to bring along your own cinematographer this record cycle, Brian Cox, to specifically do like content creation for you guys on the road. So what motivated you guys to like bring someone on board just for that?
We had an extra bunk, so we were like, who the fuck should we bring out? I don't fucking know. We were like, Bryson's such a positive guy. He's so great to have on the road. He's lost 476 pounds. He used to be fat.
Like Andre the Giant size, right?
He posted on Instagram, like, he was huge, dude. He's looking great. We're like, you can roll with the Undead now.
Well, we all appreciate what he's been doing.
I love him. He's the
best. He's been doing a lot of like tour documentaries showing like day in the life stuff of you guys, what it's like being on the road. There's this sense of frustration in those between him and Johnny Three Tears, though. Do you ever just wish that those two would get a room or whatever? Like, you feel like there's some sexual tension there brewing?
Maybe. Johnny might be gay, but I think he's just bored as shit, so he needs someone to fuck with. Bryson's perfect.
So let's go back to your sophomore album, American Tragedy. You've talked before about how you were pitching the idea of Bullitt to like the label and the band members at the time, like this happy, country-ish sounding song on more serious topics like depression and suicide. That's like one of your guys' most streamed songs, and it's like solid in all the set lists. It's like a greatest hits contender someday. Were you surprised at the reception that track got, given its novel take on more serious subject matter?
But oh yeah, when I first showed the band that, it was a song that I wrote. My legs are dangling off the edge. I wrote that in my old ass band. So when I was writing songs for Hollywood Undead, I finally finished it and I showed the band. They're like, "How the fuck is that a Hollywood Undead song?" I was like, "That's the cool thing about Hollywood Undead. You can do any kind of music. I know it doesn't sound like our other shit, but you can like do any kind of song. You can do fucking a country song or a metal song or like a club banger song. It's like there is no Hollywood Undead like sound, like how everything's Hollywood Undead."
Fuck yeah! I kind of got that vibe a little bit from Party by Myself off of your fourth record too. Like, it's this club sounding track, but like if you listen to it, like the lyrics cover more like darker topics like being alone and almost in denial and stuff. Were you kind of approaching that the same way you were the subject matter with Bullitt, or were you coming at that from like a different angle?
Party by Myself was more positive, you know? A lot of people party by themselves because like either they're losers or they just want to fucking hang out and drink by themselves. And I've always loved Billy Idol dancing with myself, you know? It's so cool. So I went with fucking Party by Myself, you know? Step it up. It's not just dance, let's party. You know, cocktails.
Speaking of Cox, it looks like this next question is just a note card with the word dick joke written on it. So I'm just gonna set that there.
Okay. I have a dick joke.
You want to give us a dick joke?
Oh yeah. When I was born, God was like, listen, Charles, you can have one of two things. You can either have a perfect memory, remember everything, or you can have a huge dick. And I still can't remember which one I chose.
Oh shit, dude.
John Von Schützen! John Von Schützen! John Von Schützen! John Von Schützen! Our new friend man, a fucking Hollywood Undead.
You talked about, you like writing the party tracks on albums a lot too, but you're also known for writing more serious material. You've said before, like Broken Record is a self-produced
100%.
one you did off of 5 that was probably one of your favorite tracks off of this record.
I think it is my favorite, yeah.
It has a very like self-reflective vibe in the lyrics. Like, can you go a little bit more into like where your headspace was when you were writing that track? Like, what was on your mind?
100%. I was talking to my friend Turkey. His name's Turkey. He's cool, but he was like, "I love your band. It's great, but I feel like you don't like you do the party shit. Like you don't spit real shit." He's like, "I want to hear like real shit. Like what's going on." And that song is just about like the older you get, like the more like anxiety you get, and like your thoughts are like fucking with you, and sometimes you're unhappy when you used to be happy and not give a shit about anything. It's like Broken Record. It's about getting older and kind of overthinking shit, kind of coming to terms with that and trying to be a better person and get back to just being happy.
Yeah, it's like you guys have grown in the band, and then your fan base has grown along with you, so
Yeah.
other people could probably be relating to that sort of stuff.
Right. I'm depressed. I've been hanging out with Johnny 3 Tears too much. I used to be happy. I used to be the party guy. Now I'm fucking depressed, partying by myself.
Well,
Broken Record shit.
going off of party songs, so Riot is another track that
Yeah.
you worked on that's a party song off of 5. I'll quote some of your lyrics here. Peeling out on a Harley at a high school party, got a frame like Bane, call me young Tom Hardy. So speaking of Bane, being a Batman villain and all, do you think Batman is ever like secretly okay that his parents are dead because now he gets to like beat the shit out of people and bang Wonder Woman and all that stuff?
Shit, I have no idea, dude. I am not a fucking nerd, dude. I don't watch that shit. I just dropped it. I just love Tom Hardy, I like Bane.
All right, so
I
we'll
watch porn like you jizz and Grinder.
there's
shit
probably
like
a
that.
Batman porn
Is
out
that
there.
porn? I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Fuck that shit, let's start a riot! Let's start a riot! Right on! Tear shit up, fuck piece of quiet!
You guys have been bringing your longtime crew member King Dawn on stage for that.
Yeah.
For those that might not know, can you give people a little bit of background on his role in the band and how he came to like join you guys on the road and all that?
King Don is just a character. Like he's been with us since the first show we ever played, and he's still with us. He's never missed a show, and he loves his fucking job. He's never asked for a raise. We give him like $100 extra here and there. I think he's up to like 1.5 million a week now. Like we pay our people fucking very well. But he's like, I never ask for a raise. Whenever I need a raise, you guys always take care of me. He's just cool. And got the right on thing because he just fucking says right on all the time. So we called King Don on the Riot shit over the phone. He lives in Cleveland, and we put the phone up to the microphone. We're like, say right on. He's like, okay, right on. We're like, okay, do another one a different way. He's like, right on. And then we just put it in the fucking song. Dude, now
Nice.
he's all cocky. He's on stage and shit. He gives a 4-hour speech. He's like, I was backstage. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He also said he wouldn't perform. He like threatened to not perform. He's like, I ain't going on stage unless we're doing the beer solo. Like, holy shit. Our sound guy calls him Rockstar Roadie.
I mean, you get in an HU track, it's only a matter of time, right?
Crazy, these fucking cool guys.
Tear shit up, fuck piece of quiet! Right on!
You guys are 5 albums in, so when you're building a set list, it's obvious that you're going to take like the big popular tracks like Everywhere I Go, Hear Me Now to fill out that set list.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and where my crown will fall, to pull the knife on my chest.
It probably doesn't leave like a lot of slots left on a set list, but you also probably want to play as much new material as you can because it's the stuff you're
100%.
excited about. So how do you, as a band, go about cherry picking what new songs are going to take up those remaining slots on the set list?
We've done songs that are like low energy or like ballads, and they don't work live. So we try to keep the set upbeat and fun, but also our greatest hits. Like when I go see a band, they play shit I don't know. Like even one song, I'm like, dude, whack, hit me with those hits. So we try to do like our most popular songs, but upbeat most popular songs.
You guys did a comic book collaboration with Heavy Metal Magazine. Why do you have a parrot as a sidekick in that book?
You know what? I said Funny Man should have the parrot on his shoulder, and then when they drew up the thing, they had it on my shoulder. I just said I wanted 2 Bluetooths and a pinky ring. That's it.
The Bluetooth did make it in there.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Bluetooth. I wanted 2, just in case. Fucking 2 calls.
Did you get kicked out of the 7-Eleven or whatever that is?
I just love that Bluetooth vibe. When someone has a Bluetooth, it's like, fuck, that guy means business. Or just imagine 2 now, But I said put a parrot on Funny Man's shoulder because we used to call Funny Man a parrot because he would like repeat everything you say. So that's why we invented parrot. Like you crack a joke, he's like, ugh, and he does the same joke after like fucking parrot. So we wanted that parrot to repeat everything he said.
Okay. It just happened to end up on your shoulder. Already said. All right.
Gotta start a war tour and it never ends. Making moves, catching checks in a month of dough. Couple battles, 1,500 years on the flow. He's living visions and I think I'm losing no control. My body's supposed to take a hit, now it's time to go.
So you've been working covers into your set list for the last couple of cycles too. So do you try to like read the room or read the market when you pick what cover you're going to play? Because like Johnny Cash probably goes over better in some parts of North America than it would like overseas and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to pick the right one that our fans know. Like we tried Tainted Love, but I feel like they know that better in certain places like in Europe. So you want to pick a fun cover before you go into Bullitt, but it's hard to pick the right one, so we kind of switch it up.
Okay. So I'm gonna channel some Psycho Mike Catherwood from his Loveline days on K-Rock. So I think between you guys and the crew, there's like 2 buses, and it's just full of dudes when you're on tour, right? Mm-hmm. So like the question I have is, where is all of that semen going? Like, are you ever in awe of the engineering that goes into the septic tanks on those buses?
Where do people spray out? I know that a lot of people jizz in bunk socks, they call it. I don't though. I don't masturbate at all. I don't do the dark arts. I know it's not good for the soul. Do you? I know you do. Bullshit. Do you? Where do you spray at? I don't know, dude. I don't do that. I try to keep it clean. But I'm sure people beat off. I know Johnny 3 Tears, he beats off at least 3 times a day. Or if he has a hotel on a day off, it's like 16 times.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Gotta bleed those lines, I guess.
Yeah.
So when Swan Songs first came out, and even before that, you weren't doing like clean vocals and choruses. Bullitt was your first like step into that, even though you were a singer in like the Walking Phoenixes and Upright Radio and stuff.
Yeah.
And then going forward from there, like every album since then, you've done more and more singing on the albums. So do you think that was just like a matter of time, or you like did Bullitt as an experiment? And you're like, all right, this kind of works. Like you said, Hollywood Undead songs could be anything. So let's put that in the war chest and just use that when it makes sense.
Yeah, well, Well, Bullitt was a song that was Upright Radio. So I was like, I have to sing that because it was going to be an Upright Radio song where I only sang in. So after that, I was like, okay, once in a while, it'd be nice if I can sing a song that I wrote, if my voice suits it. If it's good for Daniel, then I have Daniel sing it, and his voice is really good for like a lot of the gay shit, poppy shit. If it sounds like Katy Perry or Miley Cyrus, he sings it. If it sounds like Snoop Dogg, you want some sizzle on that track. And that's my ass up in the booth.
You gotta get the little heavier going in there.
Yeah, like Nate Dogg style. Like the low shit is my forte.
Right. So you and Jay have talked a lot this record cycle about all the self-production you did on this album.
Yeah.
Do you think, like going forward, do you ever see the band doing a totally self-produced project, or do you think there will always be room for like 1 or 2 external producers for a song every record cycle?
It's good to always have a producer, We'll continue to produce, but it's always good to have an outside perspective, especially producers that are really good, that you admire their work, because working with someone else, you come up with something completely different that you never would have came up with. I come up with what I come up with at my house, Jarrell does, and then working with the producer, you come up with something that you never would have at your house,
So I know Bad Moon was one of the songs that he produced, I think, off of this last record. from your cover band, Honcholo, like your set list there, and then the iHeart radio sets you guys did with Radio Undead years ago, that a lot of the band is like big into like 80s rock, and the guitar on the chorus of that song especially gives me that vibe. Were you guys drawing inspiration from that source of music, or am I just hearing shit?
It definitely has that vibe. I don't know if we were going for that though, 80s. I don't,
Like the guitar on the chorus has a very like Miami Vice kind of sound almost.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
All right.
I fucking love that show or that movie. What is it? Fucking love Miami, dude. Mi vida a Miami, dude. Will Smith, bro.
Some of the band members are involved in the cannabis industry with that Dove and Grenade stuff they got going on. Do you find it at all suspicious that like California is finally getting legal recreational marijuana at the same time that Colorado is finally getting In-N-Out Burger? Do you think like Big Burger and Big Cannabis are in cahoots with each other on something?
Shit, dude.
Like, what's going on?
Big Burger. Yeah, dude. Fucking In-N-Out. Fucking the best burgers ever, dude. I'm fucking lost, dude. I want In-N-Out, dude. Animal style. Double with fries, dude. Good question so far. Can I compliment you guys? Great job.
Appreciate it. You got to work with concept artist and longtime fan Aquafagor on your bandana prints this record cycle. What was it like collaborating with someone that far away, like halfway around the globe, and how'd you land him for the gig?
I saw his art online that he did for the band, like certain pictures with weird effects, and he's just super talented. I just liked, like my Instagram picture, I think is something he created. Like, he's super talented. So when we had to make new masks, I wanted to get rid of my bandana because it was so 90s looking, you know, it was kind of dated. So I wanted to get something new, so I just talked to him, and he sent me like 20 different things. I was like, oh, let's add trees and blah, blah, blah. And I tried to give him money. He's like, nah, I don't want
stand-up
money.
guy, that Aquafagor.
He is. I almost turned into Aquafagor.
Yeah, I was asking some Russian people, how do I pronounce this before I went to do this?
Aquafagor. Is that how you said it?
That's what they told me. So if I got that wrong, I'm sorry.
I don't know. He's cool though. I met him for the first time in Moscow, and that was dope. He didn't want anything in return. He just loves the band.
Yeah. Lightning round, yes or no question. Do you think the video game Half-Life 3 is ever coming out? I don't think it's coming out.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, if you could just say the words Half-Life 3, I could probably get an extra
out?
12,000 hits on this video.
Half-Life?
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3, dude. He's coming out and he's playing it. He's
All
going
right.
to the closet. He's gonna just game it with his fucking boyfriend, dude. It's gonna be bitchin'.
You heard it here, Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3, dude.
You and Johnny have mentioned maybe a fall release. You started this interview out mentioning an EP.
We
So
have 5 songs coming out once a month.
okay, so I was gonna say, any idea if that's still in the cards, or still too early to tell? But is fall still kind of the time frame you guys are headed for? It looked like you had some studio time before you guys left.
Yeah, we've been recording. I think the first track's coming out in May.
Okay, that's way sooner than expected then.
Yeah, we're gonna do 1 a month. It's gonna be fucking killer, dude. We got really good ones.
Hell yeah, I'm
I'll
ready.
show it to you.
And so that's like leftovers, like stuff that didn't make it onto the record, or is that totally new material?
Both. It's songs that should have made the record that we loved, but we fixed them and made them even better than we thought possible, and then we were making new songs too. Well, we have new songs coming out, dude, so that's the level I'm at. That's the page I'm on. There's some new shit that's so good. I'll show
That's
it
a
to you.
news bomb. All right.
Do you have a car?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
All right. Charles, that's all I've got. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, dude.
Have a great rest of your tour.
Great interview.
We want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. It means so much to us. It's an honor and it's a pleasure. And we love you guys. We're Hollywood Undead.
Thank you guys so much. Love you. We love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Hey, hey, hey. Fuck yeah, Denver. Thank you so much. Pizza